Hello friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Today I have a new wig. This is the Frenchy by Tony of Beverly Hills in iced champagne. It is a high-flying wig with a lot of fluff, a lot of bangs. It's got some permatease up here and I really like it. I think it looks good on me and I'll show you the back. There it is, there's the side of it. As you can see, this is really a high-flying wig. It's got a lot of life in it. This is by Tony of Beverly Hills. There we go. It's a really, really lovely looking wig on, and you can really pump it up if you want to. Look at that. You could make, this would be great to go out for an evening. I mean, you could really make a really cute evening hairdo out of this, because this thing just really wants to go and go and go. Look at that. Look how you can pump it up, and it just looks so cute. It just really, really does look cute. You can do the side part, or I think you can do it down the middle even. I haven't tried down the middle, but I think it can be parted in the middle. Look how it stands like that. Look at that. This has got a lot of permatease, so you can do it like that in the middle, or you can just do it wild if you want to, just like this. You can do it just like this. Look at that. All you need to do is your fingers, and it can just go and go and go. This is a great evening hairdo. I mean, if you want to go out and have some dinner, go to a movie, or go to a show, look at this. This makes a great hairdo for that. It can get really, really cute and fancy, and it doesn't take much at all. I also got some new hairspray. You can see this. This is called Brandywine Wig Spray. Brandywine Wig Spray for synthetic and natural hair wigs. So this is what you want to use for wigs like this. Now this wig is not going to need the hairspray because it wants to stay right there where you put it. It is not giving me a trouble at all staying put. It's a beautiful wig. It's lovely. It really is a lovely wig. I mean, you can do all sorts of things. You can do asymmetrical. You can do side part. This little wig is going to stay up and hold its shape and look cute no matter what you do with it. It really is. I really love it. This is the Frenchy. This is the Frenchy by Tony of Beverly Hills in iced champagne. And I really like the color. I have another one by Tony of Beverly Hills in their iced champagne. This is the Kenzie. Right here is the Kenzie. So you can see it's the same color. It's the same color. So that's two I have in the iced champagne, and I really like it. It's got more yellow in it than what I probably should be wearing. Remember yesterday I told you that I should be wearing the ash colors. And the ash colors are more like the Voltage, which is like this. This is more ash color, but it's close. But you can see the yellow in this. Got a little bit more yellow. But this is the ash color right there that I should be wearing. But this color looks really good on me too, because I have that cool undertones. So if you have cool undertones, you can go with this. And today I have on pastels. You may have remembered this from yesterday when I put it up to myself. It does look good because it is pastel. Remember we talked about the undertones. You have the skin tone, whether you're fair, very fair, medium, olive or darker, and I am fair, probably pretty fair. And my skin tone is going to be cool. And the reason why I know that is because when I looked at my wrists, I could see the veins were blue. I don't know if you can see that. Just to recap from yesterday, my veins were blue. That means I have a cool undertone. And the undertone under your skin plus your skin tone is what makes your color, your skin color. So being a cool, I tend to look better in pastels or pinks and blues and greens rather than brighter golds like this. This doesn't do too much for me. Golds and yellows tend to wash me out. It just doesn't do that much. Oranges are not that good on me. See that? That's not good. And browns are not that good on me. See? Makes all the difference in the world having the right colors in your wardrobe. Makes all the difference in the world. And because I am a cool undertone, ash-colored hair is probably going to be the best with me. The lighter, the better. The lighter the hair color, all the way to these ash colors, where there's less yellow and more whites in here. Very, very pale, platinum, white, blonde. So, and I do get the most compliments on this color. I really do. But I'm going to bet that when I go and wear this wig today, I'm going to get some compliments. I have some friends that I go see and they tell me the truth about the wigs and what looks good and what doesn't. So this one I think looks really good. Like I say, this hair can do just about anything you want. All you need is your fingers and it'll do whatever you want. This is a beautiful wig, the Frenchy in iced champagne. I'm telling you, you're not going to go wrong with this. You're going to love it. You're going to love this wig. It's a beautiful wig. Let me show you the back again. Just a gorgeous wig. See, I've really pumped it up with my fingers. And they've got all of these curls going up in the back. Can you see all those? So if you want a nighttime hairdo, you can really make it high and flying and interesting. Or it's a perfectly fine hairdo to wear during the day. You can tone it down a bit. You can easily tone it down a bit just to make it look ordinary. So it is up to you how you do this hair. I think it's a beautiful color. I really like the ice champagne. I'm sorry. Allergies again. Still having allergy issues. So this is the Frenchy, and I'm going to show you the inside of the cap in just a minute. Okay, so now I have the voltage on just because I don't want to shock too many people with my hair loss. But I'm going to turn the Frenchy inside out so you can see. Okay, see? See all that lace? That is why it's so high flying, because it's got a good amount of lace right here. See all that? It's open weave all the way around, but it's got a lot of lace right here, and that's what makes it so high flying and beautiful. It's got the felt right here at the beginning, this little tab here for your forehead, which is very nice. I always appreciate that. It's got some elastic at the sides. Can you see those? To help it fit better. It's a memory cap. So this is going to be a great wig to wear for a long time to come. I'm going to wear it today, and I'm going to see if I get any compliments on it. I bet you I do. So that is the wig for the day. Now then, I'm going to leave the voltage on for the moment And I'm going to tell you a story. This is a story about a lady in the Bible, and I think we've talked about her before, but I'm going to go back because I don't know how many remember this story. But her name is Abigail, and she was married to a gross man, a rude, mean, stingy guy by the name of Nabal. Nabal was kind of a jerk. He really was. He was a jerk to Abigail. He was a jerk to everybody else. And I don't know why Abigail chose to marry him. I think Abigail could have done a lot better, but she chose Nabal. We don't know why. But anyway, she was married to Nabal. He was not a nice man, really wasn't. So, but she was a beautiful woman. Abigail was a beautiful woman on the inside and the outside. She was pleasing to the eye. She was just gorgeous. And she was smart and wise. And she knew people. So David, remember David, had been being chased by King Saul and his men. And he was out doing Nabal a favor, watching out for his flock of cattle and sheep and so forth. And he and his men were doing that for Nabal, watching over him, making sure that nobody stole the sheep, nobody stole the cattle or anything. He was doing that for Nabal. Well, David sent one of his men up there just to ask for food because they didn't have any food, and they thought that maybe Nabal would give them something since they had done that for Nabal. Well, Nabal just looks at him and says, "Why should I give you anything? Who are you to demand my food?" And he was just rude to David, and he said some mean and rude things about David to one of David's men. And David's man went back to David and told him about how rude Nabal had been. And the ire just raised up in David, and he was just so infuriated that this guy would be so abusive and rude. So he told his men to get ready because they were going to go down there and wipe out that family. I mean, David was incensed. But before long, here comes Abigail. She comes down the way, and she's got donkeys loaded with food. And she bows down low to David, and she makes her apologies. And she says, "Please forgive my husband." And she said, "Take these gifts and use them." And she said, "We were so sorry that my husband spoke to you that way." And David was taken with her because she was so beautiful. And she was so gorgeous on the inside as well as the outside. He could see that she was generous and wise and smart and good with people. So he settled himself down and he said, "Abigail, you have kept me from sinning against God, because going and wiping out your entire household would have been a sin against God. But I was just so mad." And Abigail says, "Please accept these gifts and my apologies." And David was just taken with her. She was a beautiful woman. Well, Abigail is married. So she goes back to her husband and she confronts Nabal and she says, "Nabal, I have to tell you something. This is what I've done. David was planning on wiping out our entire household." That's what the servant said. "So I loaded up donkeys and I brought him the food. And he accepted it and my apologies." Well, this infuriated Nabal so bad that he fell over backwards and had a heart attack and died. He did. He had a heart attack and died right there. And she was a widow. Well, you can probably guess the rest of the story. David was just taken with Abigail. And when he heard about Nabal's death, sure enough, he came round to see Abigail. And the two of them started dating. And he decided to marry Abigail, and he asked her to be his wife. And she became the wife of David, the king of Israel. Later on, he would be king. So this is the story of Abigail. a woman who was wise, a woman who knew people, a woman who was so beautiful, just a lovely, lovely woman. And David saw that in her. So I hope you enjoyed this story today. This is about Abigail in the Bible. Do you know Abigail? Do you know someone named Abigail? I do. I know several. And they're lovely people. So I hope you enjoyed the story, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.